Hi guys, my favorite two as we discuss trending topics that affect and shapes the narrative in our urban culture. Make us a part of it, guys. Hi guys, my favorite two as we discuss trending topics that affect and shapes the narrative in our urban culture. Make us a part of it, guys.
Hey, good evening. Let's talk uh, trending topics. And tonight we're going to discuss a very sensitive topic of the unfortunate death of PnB Rock, Mr. Rakeem Hisham Allen of Germantown, Pennsylvania. What's up, ladies?
Hey,
Hi,
hey everyone.
hi, hello, hi, everyone.
Well, everyone.
Well,
About,
we
I
all
mean,
we all know it's. I don't really like to keep rehashing what most people know. Unfortunately, PnB Rock was murdered outside of Roscoe's Monday afternoon around 1 p.m. Uh, Pacific time, which would be around 4 p.m. Eastern time. Unfortunately, we seen all the videos, which was crazy. All the theories that's out of why he got robbed. Basically, he was robbed and then murdered in the process of a robbery. Um, these two young ladies, my co-host and her beautiful cousin, live in
Thank
that
you.
area where PnB Rock is from. They know him and his community work and what he does in the community. So they're going to give us some insight to who he was as a person because most times um, with artists, you hear their lyrics and you automatically assume, because if you looked at him, you've seen all these tattoos and jewelry, you'll be like, huh? But if you listen to his music, it was more of a genre of hip hop mixed with R&B with positive, what we consider
mhm.
positive rap. It wasn't gangster, it wasn't all the violence and other stuff. So, well, ladies, take it away.
You want to introduce yourself, Tanya?
What? Okay. Hi, guys. My name is Tanya Dickerson. Um, P&B Rock was it, we had very uh I can't even let me tell you something. Even for when Whitney Houston died, you just when you love somebody or you appreciate them, you just feel like you know them. But in no way am I insinuating I know his life's history, his work, or anything like that. I came to meet him because my son, Brandon Tate Brown, was gunned down by police. They said he had no headlights on, and in the end, he did. And they said that he tried to shoot them, but in the end, the video showed they were lying. So approximately 2 weeks later is when I met PnB Rock for the first time, and it was incredible,
Mm-hmm.
incredible.
Yep.
Um, Now I'm gonna let Faith introduce herself, and I'll come back with the rest of our story.
Yeah. But everybody know me. Hey, everyone. This is a type of subject for me because, I've been in Philly 17 years now, and I'm not really into rap like that. But he is one artist that, you know, um, is a Pacific song that touched me that he had, written, and is what is it? Is it on my street? My city needs something, and it got so much meaning, and he and then for him to die like this, the song basically saying, stop killing each other. We hurting. We hurting the blacks. We get killed by cops. We killing each other. He was a positive artist, period, with a good heart. Like, he went to my cousin's house. She got pictures of him in her living room. You thought he was family. He ain't come with bodyguards or nothing. And he showed his love. He showed his support. That's why I think that he was in LA comfortable because, like, he knew he was a celebrity, but he just felt normal and was out on a date, and the devil got busy.
Yeah, pretty much.
Tanya, you mentioned it was incredible, and as a grieving mother, I know nothing about. Um, what
It, it,
what what was it about him that stood out from everybody else in the community trying to show support?
for one, he was approximately 22, 23 years old when I met him. And he was busy with his career. At that time, it was kind of what they call underground, but he was flourishing. And for a young adult, a young black male adult, to take the time out of his schedule, and I mean, he was hustling back then. He was hustling with his music. To take the time out and show concern for another black man being gunned down by police. That was incredible for me because young adults don't have that type of concern. They see it and they walk past it. They watch it on Facebook and social media and they read it and they make their comments and that's the end of it. So when I say that, is he returned? It's not like he came one time. He came over twice. He came to a protest and marched with us. His manager constantly called to because he PnB asked him to make sure I was doing okay. So for me, a young adult like that was brought up with some morals and values, and that in this day and age, unfortunately, it is kind of incredible to see. It really is. And he has such a respectful and caring manner. My daughter was at work and she told him, "Don't leave till I get there." He literally sat a whole hour. You know, this is what I'm saying. He didn't have to do any of those things. He just didn't have to. Today, America is not only individualistic, but literally, right now, the Americans are literally all about themselves. And for him to take the time to do what he did for me and my family and show his concern, it was incredible. And my Brandon loved My City Needs Something. He played that song all day long. He
I,
knew the words front and back
the kid.
because he understood what he was trying to say.
Yeah, yeah.
Faith, I had asked you before Tanya even had gone on. For those that don't know, the landscape in the Germantown area where he's from, it's very community. He come
Hmm.
from a very, it's predominantly a Muslim area, for the
Yeah.
Black Muslims, and nothing goes on. Nothing goes on in that area unless people know who you are. So it's really like a lot of community policing, and this is the environment that he grew up around. And
Hmm.
Yeah.
then going to LA where it's quote unquote gang culture, do you think that, and we don't speculate, do we think that he was probably like naive to like, yo, these guys is different out here?
Yeah. Yeah, because he kind of mentioned in a couple of interviews that they kind of different. He was like, they ain't even sneaky with it. Basically, he was saying like they'll come speak to you, but he on point. Like basically, I could tell that you checking me out. Like basically, you filling me out, and he like they make it obvious. He like a Philly guy would be sneaky and plot. He like they coming up to you and say hello to you, and they about to get you. And he just felt like a couple of incidents that while he was in LA, he felt like he was about to be targeted, and he just spoke about it the day before he got killed.
Yeah, because I
Mhm.
seen I seen something real interesting that Ice T had said, and he was explaining gang culture, and he was like, even we don't wear jewelry. He's like, if you look at the older rappers, him, Snoop, Kendrick, they don't wear jewelry. And if you think about what he's saying, and for those that don't know, Ice T is originally from Jersey, but he, was in Cali banging and all this other stuff that he used to be into. Um, if you think about what he said when he spoke about how the gang culture is different in LA, I think that a lot of times it's like he's an OG, he's older for us, and for the younger people, they probably like, man, that old man from Law and Order don't know what he's talking about. Like they don't understand. Like he he knows the streets, he knows the culture, and if you got somebody telling you, you worked hard for your stuff, these younger guys want to wear their jewelry. They're happy. They worked
Yeah,
hard to get where they got,
yeah,
and they want to wear it.
yeah. So, but it's hurtful that you can't wear it. Certain places you can't. And I think he moved to LA for a better life. You know, for he never really. I won't say he abandoned Philly because not only did he do that for Tanya, people posted like all over Facebook, like small businesses. He supported them.
Yeah,
He get them.
yeah.
He had gone they live and shot them out. Yo, go get their stuff. I love it. He have it on their back. He'll wear it. He performed in somebody's clothes before that was just regular selling shirts. Like he really showed love and he cared about his black people. So it really
I'm
felt like Malcolm X got killed to us out here in Philly, and like Martin Luther King got killed out here. Like why y'all do this to him of all people? Why him? That's how we feeling. Like to
well.
give you, why everybody's so upset is like, you know, he ain't even like that. He ain't even like that. He ain't deserve that. It's messed up.
Now, I have been hearing, I believe, what's his name, Jay Prince, and several other people. They're blaming him for wearing his jewelry. I'm trying to think of them ugly glasses back in the day.
Gazelles.
Yes, people wore them and literally walking down the street got them snatched off their face. So this
Jordan,
is not this is not new what's happening. It's not you can't wear it anymore. In all honesty, you could never do it. But people that hustled and worked hard for their things, they have every right to wear them gazelles or all of these diamonds and chains that PnB Rock had on. He has every right. And because he did it, now everybody is between blaming the young lady, his
and
girlfriend, and blaming him. Now you putting the blame back on him for wearing his jewelry.
that's
That absolutely makes no sense to me.
that
That you're going to blame him for that. Because
exactly.
again, the gazelles. Look, Flavor Flav with all them big ugly rope chains and things of that nature. Everybody, but it's the same fever, same it, different year, different day. And it's wrong to blame him for wanting to wear what he worked so hard for. It's wrong for everyone to say he shouldn't he shouldn't have did that.
Yeah, and that's the reason why I was upset because if it wasn't saying that his girl shouldn't post her plate like everybody do when they go out with they boo to lunch, if they ain't say, "Oh, I'm with PnB Rock, we at this." It's a lot of rock schools out there. Some people saying that they could they could tell exactly where you at, but they don't even know her. She not up there with him all over her page and none of that. But my whole thing is, how's y'all blaming the victim and his woman and not the people that did it? Not one time. I hope they catch him. That's wrong. Nothing. They say, "Oh, she lied to him. She wrong. Oh, he shouldn't wear his chain. Why would he be there?" Like even Nicki Minaj going to say, "Who posts chicken waffles anyway?" Like very disrespectful. She said, "Quote." That no after Papa smokes, everybody know not to post your location no more and family members. But anyway, who posts chicken and waffles? Like, come on, sis. People mourning. This is and you think it's a game. Like I'm not just from that right there. I'm not. I don't mess with her no more.
You
Like
know,
I don't.
one
I'm done.
one thing is that and I'm glad that Tanya, you're here because you give a different as a mother of a child who was killed
Murder,
by
kill.
killed by these race soldiers, right?
Yep.
You give a different perspective, and as a culture, what we try to say is we should be policing our own. But for something like this to happen, okay, you're in the street. It's an element we all understand that comes with being in the street, whatever. But it comes with it. I'll just say it comes with it. So he got robbed, come with it. But you never blamed the victim for posting no location or whatever. Like you said, it's a bunch of excuses on why
Why? Why?
happened. It happened because somebody chose to rob him and somebody chose to take his life.
Part that get me. Even if I'm from the streets. We from the hood. We know the street code. We know whatever. If somebody see a lick, they got a lick. Fine. Why take that man life for his stuff? Why kill him for his? They got 2 kids. He got a mother. He got siblings. He got a career. But it wasn't about just the jury. They was mad about everything he got. His car, his woman, his house, his career. They were mad at themselves.
His
So
success has enemies.
and they killed. Let me tell you, I don't care how successful another. I'm proud of black women. I'm proud of another black woman. She pretty. I'll be first. Oh, she is so pretty. Oh, I love your shoes. Oh, she doing it. Say she fell off back in the day. She back on feet. Like, oh no, honey, she the bomb. I don't understand how men could hate another man. I don't even know like that. Like when I'm dead. You know,
Yep.
only time I can say hatred to come into our hearts, you had to do something to us. You know, I know it's jealous women too, but I'm talking about to the extent to really take somebody's life that you don't know for what they have is like it's beyond me. Like it really messed with me. It
Let
messed.
me I want to take it back just a little further. So when I did just a tad bit research all the way back to the mid 2010s, they conducted research that murders of about 51.5% belong to hip hop rappers and musicians. Murders are happening to them from the age of 25. It's all in the age of 25 to 30. It might have been two or three that was 33 or 35 or something like that. But all the way back to Biggie, all the way back to Tupac, come on up a little to I can't even say his name.
Extension.
Extentation. Yes, all the way up to Pop Smoke and Nipsey and so on. So they were all included in this research, and out of 77 of them murders, only 40, let me not say that, not only 40 of them were unsolved in these murders, and their backgrounds in the beginning, they weren't born rich. They didn't come out of rich families. They came from poor backgrounds, um with no guidance from other artists and record labels to assist them. And for me, that says a lot. It because when you got them that come from poor communities, there is drugs, there is gang wars, there is, and this is the whole thing. That's the sad part. For the majority of them, that is their background. For PnB, I can't say he was rich. I'm not going to say he was because I know the community he lived in. That was not a rich community. But at the same time, like like the gentleman said earlier, his songs, it was like a Sam Cooke situation. His songs were love songs. He was expressing concern. He was not talking violence. He was not battling. He was not doing any of those things. But because of the particular background and where he comes from, it played a huge part in his death. And us as Black people, unfortunately, we already know this. We were trained to be competitive, envious, jealous from slavery. And
That's
we can't break this mentality because who are you to think that you can come take and snatch my stuff from me that I work for because your background says you're broke and you're poor. And you had the nerve to feel entitled
mhm.
to come and take what I worked hard for.
The black.
I have a problem with that. I have a problem with the parents that are raising these men, these
Yeah,
children. I
yeah,
got a problem with them.
yeah,
It starts at home, no matter how you slice it.
yeah.
One of the things that I think is a human right is for everybody to live in peace and tranquility,
Mm-hmm.
peace and happiness. And if you worked to acquire these things, you should be free to, express how you feel. You got a nice car. You shouldn't have to worry about somebody carjacking you and all this other
Exactly.
stuff. So
I drive the North. I got my Range Rover now. You won't catch me at no light. We not doing it. If I don't got my one of my brothers with me or a bell with me, I'm not doing it.
So you ain't trying to get caught slipping.
But I'm afraid of my own black skin. I am. I
Mm.
am not gonna lie, and I'm not no sucker. I'm a strong black woman. I will fight, but I'm not even gonna put myself in that situation because they got a gun. I'm giving it up.
You can have it.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm like,
You can
why
have
I have to fear my brothers? My brothers supposed to make me feel safe. You know, if I see a black face, I should feel safe. You know, when I was younger, I only feared the white face. I'm not gonna lie. Now I fear my brothers, and I fear for my sons from my black brothers. Straight up, I'm afraid if they get stopped by the cops, and I'm afraid if they walk down the street. I'm afraid.
I always ask you, Faith, because I know you got boys, and I
Yes,
mean, for a woman to have boys, and then like your cousin Tanya, and
it was
I
you
hard.
got to
had
deal
boys,
with you
all
got to
boys, one girl.
look,
Yeah,
you got to deal with the streets
yeah,
catching them, and you got to deal with the race soldiers.
yes.
Hmm.
See,
Let me tell you,
I don't have party goers. Like my son is not the type to be in clubs. You know, they laid back. They more like do stuff like home, have things at home, or they go somewhere upscale. They always been like that. Always been laid back. But I had to teach them early. You know, I told you before. I told them I kept it real with my boys. You know, I was a single parent, so I had to keep it real. I said down to y'all got a girl in the house and she trying to let everybody run the train. Don't you touch her. Even if
mhm, mhm,
you get some of that. For one, she giving it away, something ain't right. Two, all she got to do is rape, you're done. Period. Like I really always schooled them straight up. I held no punches. And with the cops, something like that, even on with them leaving out the streets. Only thing I could do is pray now. They adults. Only thing I could do is God cover them when they not in my sight. Like
yeah,
police. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like when I saw my cousin, you know, that's her oldest child. That's her firstborn. You know, and the pain in her, it just crushed me. I felt her pain. I felt she didn't even look the same just overnight. Like they don't even know what they're doing to these families. But I blame us because we're not doing nothing about it. If a cop kill one of us, we in the street, we looting. We want to fight. We want to turn up cars. We want to burn down the city. But a black man kill a black man, we like, oh, that's messed up. Oh, he shouldn't wear his chain. Oh, they shouldn't post his plate. Like, are you serious?
He
And
got
then,
to know the he
wait,
got to
wait.
know he got to know the politics of where he at.
Like the white people that say you shouldn't resist it. You should have just showed them you ain't have nothing. You
So
should
so it's
tell
so,
the difference.
so it's the same talking points.
Exactly, and they don't realize. And it to me, the black on black crime, the black men, the black gangsters that kill black people. To me, it just it's KKK just with black skin.
Mm.
They those is not our brothers. They not our brothers. Like house knee, we can't say that word. So
Oh, you can
something
say
like
it.
we can say here.
You can say it.
House niggas. But it's worse than a house nigga because a house nigga will tell boss, you trying to get away, or we like it here, you trying to get free. Them, if they get free, they want to kill them. Jealous because they're free. You could
yeah,
run too.
yeah,
You could get away too. You choose not to, but because this man was strong enough to get his way out of a hole, you want him dead. Because
yeah,
your life made a wrong turn. You know what I'm
mhm,
saying? And it's still our fault because nobody is testifying. Nobody is they talk some no snitching. It's not snitching. Those are our killers. Those are the clan. They're black clans. That's it, and that's all. That's how I feel. Those are not my brothers. Period. They the
They let-
They the eye. Straight up. For real, I'm so passionate about it because I don't understand how you could really shoot this. And that the jealousy is what really gets me. He's sitting there bling blinging. His woman dropped dead model type John. And this is real woman that he in love with, got a baby with her, together for years. You gonna do that in front of her? You a hater. That made you feel like a man? Cause they not men. They weak. You can't go out there and make your own dollar. Go save up your money to get your chain. You can save your taxes and get you a chain, my nigga. Like, what the hell wrong with you?
wow, somebody kids, you can get 10 of them. Yep.
Yes, but it's just they don't even know how to be a man. They say, "Oh, we gonna get him," and then they hate him for having it. That's what really messed me up. How you gonna hate me for working hard, for dedication? You know what I'm saying? You know how many dead ends PnB probably had, and he was going to give up and didn't. That's not his fault that you gave up on you. You know,
I honestly want to say to the guys, so what next? Now what? Now what? What are you going to do? How do you feel now? What do you
exactly.
think is supposed to happen now?
Exactly. Like
How
the money,
do you?
it's gonna be hard to sell a chain, and and once you get it sold, because you might find some crooked jeweler that'll break it down into diamonds. You're not gonna get what it's really worth. That money gonna be going in weeks. Was it worth your life, your freedom? Like
And then they'll brag
I,
about they'll
I
brag
pray.
about who they get killed, and then somebody gonna tell on them.
I pray, and that's what You know what I was thinking. That's the only thing that's gonna get people to start snitching. They gotta come up with some cash. Start paying like they do for the white people when they
Yeah,
need answers. Do it for us too. Cause we gotta wait till it's convicted. No, they give you a lead, and the person was on camera doing the murder. Pay them straight up. You're gonna have a lot of
yeah,
people coming running their mouth now. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like we
Good.
got something. They're not gonna do nothing for us. They're not gonna
Yeah,
do anything to help us. What? Come on, how many people? It could be the cops what got them on camera. Get the cops could be on camera killing them. They back turned and they got their hands up and they still get acquitted. Like the black man, you see him, you can see him clear as day. He won it. How nobody don't know who this person is? How the FBI when they got face recognition? I'm not trying to hear none of that. Y'all don't care about us.
they don't care, and they
Like,
make it clear.
man, I'm just so passionate about it because it's just crazy. And it
They
was
make it clear.
and again, me and Quentin do these shows, and it's like repeating ourselves, just a different person. It's just a different person, different scenario, but same situation. If it ain't the cops killing us, it's our own killing us. Every week. Am I lying?
I
Every week.
is unfortunate, right? I have a friend who I'm very close with, and she always says, um, black trauma is big business, and a lot of people don't know what she means by it. But she basically saying there's a segment of black people who profit off of our trauma.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just the white people; it's our own race. Is police ambulance chases within our race, and stuff like this. Unfortunately, because of who he was, this is a trending topic. And at the end of the day, come
Yeah.
next week, after, well, we know from where he's from, after his janaza and all that stuff, nobody's going to even be talking about, well, how's his
Nope.
family doing?
Nope. His kids, his girl, none of that. You know what they're gonna worry about? How long it's gonna take for her to move on, like they did. What's his name?
Laura London.
Yes. Like y'all worried about her, who she gonna have in the bed, and how soon, and what's wrong? Like what's wrong? But
What's
they
wrong? They made up of a different cloth. Some DNA got twisted up out
know
here.
purpose
With
saying they don't even realize how they being puppets. They don't even realize it. They hate themselves. They hate their black brother. They hate the
we
black women.
we
They
go from one systemic suppression to another, from one extreme to the other. I mean, back in the day, the expensive white man's drug. Then they broke it down so the black poor neighborhoods could get it, and we all went crazy. And that old white horse, whatever you want to call it took the people through, drug them down the hole and in the mud. And now here we go with all these pills and
yeah,
vitamins, everybody popping.
yeah.
And the influence of these things and having money and wanting to be high and out of reality is playing a big part in what's happening out here, besides the fact that COVID and living, the means of living, just
So
trying to live,
this and
it all has its part in what happened to him, that the other day. You can't just say, oh, somebody wanted to rob. No. Now if you take it back further, the point is, now that young man probably done been to jail before 10 times. Nobody helps him, nobody rehabilitates him, and he comes right back out and repeats until he go away for the winner again.
sorry for him. You know why? Because if it was a white man in there, with a Rolex chain with his woman. He went and did nothing. He would probably, if he did get him, he'd wait till nighttime, follow him to his house, try to rob the house or something. They afraid to do that to a white man. It could have been a white celebrity in there. That white celebrity would ate his chicken and his waffles in peace.
And
Probably
walked up out of there.
autographs. That black man that killed him would not did that to a white
So
at
so
all.
so so, fake. And I'm laughing, but I'm dead serious. Like, so if it would have been a George Clooney walking up in the spot,
That's all
Yeah,
right.
everybody would have got an autograph
y'all
picture.
That's
phoned
right.
out on a cute couple, and that would have been that. They would
That's right.
gun and shot him in front of a crowded full of people at the restaurant in his neck in front of his woman. They snatched his chain. They wouldn't done it. They wouldn't done
Now,
it. Heard of
when she say that, it reminds me of that little test that they would give the children, and they would ask black children, and white children. They would point at pictures and say, what do you see, bad or good, whether it's a black person or a white person?"
yeah,
And the average kid said the black person was bad, the black person was ugly,
yeah.
things of that nature. So listening to her, she is right, because our perception that was given to us, that was embedded in us,
It,
it tells us to treat our own like this. It tells us to.
they tell us treat ourselves like that.
Yeah.
If you don't find yourself and know your worth, you would treat yourself how they treat you. You know how many people, especially men, oh, we ain't never gonna have no black president. This is my 20s. Oh, I can't get ahead because of black men. I'm like, huh? I mean, because of white men. I'm like, there's black doctors, there's black lawyers, there's black judges, there's black teachers. You know, you could do whatever you put your mind to. I know that's a cliche, but it's real. I'm I'm living proof.
Yeah.
I prove when you decide that you don't want to live like this, that's it. That's all it takes. Nothing
That's
else.
all. That's
That,
all.
people look
That's
at me
all.
like, oh, I don't do nothing but want it better. That's it. Ain't nothing special about me besides I'm God's child. I ain't got no superpowers. I ain't none of that. The only person I'm special to is God. If you want better, go get better.
You
Think
ain't you ain't
better.
got no superpowers.
You know what that's at, but we talking real stuff right here. That's for another topic now. Don't start. You,
No,
and we for the same day. Talk about
I'm tripping over
superpowers.
Tanya. I'm tripping over Tanya telling her age when she started talking about gazelles. I'm like, whoa, you know,
Yeah, I know how old you are, Tanya.
she's
I
I'm
silver.
bet
55.
She's silver.
55.
Look, I might have to call her a silver fox now, because boy,
you're five.
I'm with that. Now that's my name from now on. I like that.
she
You're
said she said
55.
gazelles. I said, whoa. She was like, "You
Yes.
ugly."
And I remember my cousin getting hers snatched off of her walking down the street. And she just, like she said, I ain't chase after them because I'd rather be alive to work to buy another pair.
Yeah,
So my thing, like, Tanya and Faith, that is always my thing. And I always tell people, like, look, we see the economy. We could watch all these shows, get all this information. We hear all this stuff about people struggling. Well, you know what comes with struggling? People gonna commit crime. Some people live in that element. They come from that element. This is what they do. They don't want to work. They'd rather rob and take.
Yes.
I
Yes.
I get it. I know where
yeah.
it
I've been
comes from.
sides of the fence. Like DMX said, thou shalt not steal, but I will to eat. Now, if you go in the store and you put some meat in your pocket and stuff, you got to feed your family. I ain't looking at you as no criminal. I'm looking at you as somebody trying to survive. That's the only thing you got right now. That's the only means the way to feed your child. But to go hurt somebody for their stuff is totally different to me. It's totally different. Like you just that's savagery. Like that's just how the white people did, come and take and conquer and leave you and feel like it should be theirs. You
Yep.
create something brilliant. They call you dumb, call you stupid, and take it and claim it as theirs and become millionaires off of it. See,
Because I did see a couple people that from that area where unfortunately he got killed at, and they was like, look, the area is the area. It is not as bad as people make it out to be. It is what it is. Basically, they were saying like, yo, somebody wanted. Basically, he was targeted,
yeah.
and he didn't basically know where he was at.
Kill, honestly, I'm starting to think that they get props if they kill a celebrity. Because it's going on too much right now. Y'all, first of all, y'all not scared of jail. Y'all not scared of life. Y'all on camera is broad daylight. You know,
Broad daylight.
to me, they care more about having clout. Like, so are you gay? Because you know where you're going. You're gonna be there for years. Like, you're gonna be the man in jail. You're gonna be the boss in jail. Like, make it make sense. You know, honestly. Like, what good is you there? Like, I don't
And
know.
probably got a kid or two out here.
I'm gonna be a millionaire, and I'm not gonna be able to go in my hometown because I'm gonna be
But
afraid.
but let me ask y'all that though.
I'm gonna be afraid.
Money, when you acquire things, it does change your lifestyle.
But
So you can't like you said, Faith. You got a particular truck now.
yeah,
You know the area where they will carjack you.
yeah, yeah.
You know I can't go there. Not with this truck because
When I was in my Buick, I used to be chilling. Hey, oh no, you won't get me. Like a friend of mine, she was in her BMW, a 2022, and she wouldn't. He told he had the gun and told her to get out the car, and she said no. He punched her, beat her with the gun, bust her stuff up, drug her out the car, and her deeds out. I said, girl, I wouldn't even went through all that. All I had to do was see the gun because they desperate. You feel me? And he beat her like she was a man, and still took the truck.
but I'm it's funny, right? And as a man, I move that way. Like I move where I know where I'm going. I'm around I know my surroundings at all times. Head always on the swivel. And it's
Yeah.
not about being tough or not about not being a man. It's about just knowing my surroundings.
Yeah,
Knowing like for the younger kids and the younger youth, these guys be having these tattoos. They be doing these hand gestures, and you don't know if somebody doing a gang sign.
yeah.
Like, and so me, I'm real cautious of what I do, who I'm around, um,
You have
because
to.
you could be around somebody that's in the middle of a gang war, and
You,
and their beef is your beef.
now,
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah.
China, Philly, so she didn't really, been around the Bloods and Crips like that. But it was a time where in my generation, they be like, "What that red be like? What that blue be like? You gonna get killed for wearing your a certain color, your jersey, your favorite jersey." I would have got shot walking
Yeah.
around. They don't care say Black Lives Matter.
yeah,
They would have shot my ass walking around with a blue shirt on.
yeah.
So
And this was just yesterday. It was like that.
I wore what I wanted because I had family members and friends that was Bloods or Crips, but I wouldn't go into the unknown area. I would not. I'm tough cookie and all that. I would not go in the area that they don't know me and I don't know them, and I'm wearing a red or blue. I wouldn't even know what color to. Not well, neither one. I wouldn't buy it. It was like you go shopping. Oh no, I ain't getting nothing red. I ain't getting nothing blue. It's sad.
It
But I
is.
think I think that one of the things where I know we're not naive to the fact of when you're successful or you have something that you believe that people gonna want, you start accumulating your money. You work hard. Like
Yeah,
if all of us right now become millionaires, we're not gonna live where we live now.
we're
Not
not.
me.
We're
So my thing is, is it is it wrong for us to move accordingly, or do you feel like, oh, just because I have this, nobody should be trying to rob me? Because it's
I
like,
feel like both, but it's like I have to not be naive. I'm not gonna put myself. I ain't even rich yet, and I won't put myself in situations because of my car or because I know what I have in my pocketbook. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna do it. My safety is gonna be first, and that's only because I'm from the streets. I'm from the hood, so I know I know when I'm in danger. I ain't gonna say in danger. I know if danger is around me. We not slow. You know what I'm saying? So
but
I
let me ask y'all, and we always this is and one thing I like about having women and me trying to get a woman's understanding is you know how to move. You
yeah.
know certain areas to go. I'm gonna just say y'all know y'all ain't going down there by Kensington.
No,
Y'all
I've
ain't going down there.
on blocks that because my sister lives.
Right.
But guess what? Not in my Range Rover.
So let me ask y'all, right?
No.
when you
and they
when
not
you
eating credit.
when
You
you
know,
know it when you know how to move, do you think that's like a silent stress that you always got to be on point? You always got to have your guard up. Like we could say, "Yo, head on the swivel. I know my surroundings. I'm good," and you could go to any hood you want to and be okay. But do you think that's like a silent stress in the back of your head? Like I got to know how
and
to get out of a situation just like that.
I'm in my hood. I feel safe 100%. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm not a millionaire yet. You hear me? So right now, I know I'm, and I still will feel like if somebody sees something happening to me in my hood, I'm talking about my neighborhood, they're gonna come to to aid me, but I can't trust nobody now. If I'm loaded like that, I won't be able to trust the person that I sat and had bought dinner for before. Had on my couch before. It get that deep when you get that money. You can't even trust the family members at times when you get that type of money. So it's
It
a
is
lot
a
to think about. You
It
know,
is a terrible stressor
yeah,
because listening to you say that, I say to my daughters and my sons, my three sons at the time, when I moved here, I live in the Northeast, and I say, before you go outside or as you go outside, look down the street to your left and right, look and see what's in front of you. And right now to this day, my daughter don't play. She checks everything out because we go to work early in the morning. Pay attention.
yeah,
Somebody might be standing on the corner just
yeah.
waiting for somebody to come out their house, bust them in the head, and take the
Let me
car. And
say
I just look all around me, and it is very stressful to have to do that. That's a stressor that, oh my God, it's autonomous now with me
I
that I have to do that no matter where I am.
Yeah,
I say
the
we
reason
have
why I brought it up, hold on, Faith. The reason why I brought it up, right, is because when all the stuff was going on with George Floyd,
Yes.
I was telling people about the talk, and some people that I grew up with, they didn't know anything about the talk, and then every black person knows the talk. Every black person knows the talk that we got from our parents,
Yeah.
our aunts, our uncles. The
Yeah.
number one priority is to get your ass home.
Yeah.
You know
yeah,
how to act when we get encountered with the police.
yeah,
Yeah.
So as mothers, I know that talk even has to extend to the streets. Like,
Yeah.
yo, you got to be careful. And that's
Yeah.
the reason why I asked was a silent stress is because we shouldn't have to do that.
yeah. You're right.
We
But
shouldn't have to have that talk.
you know,
We should be able to live in peace and tranquility
that's true.
and not have to worry. I
But
go out early in the morning, like y'all. I go out 4:35 o'clock in the morning to go to work.
yeah,
Now, the area I live at, right, it's bad from where I'm at, right. But
Okay.
because I'm conditioned from being in different areas, I look at this like, man, ain't nobody gonna do nothing around
I
here.
said, and then worse. So you look like this candy. But that's what I'm saying. Like I appreciate that. I remember jumping double dutch while they shooting, and I was so used to it. We ain't stopped jumping. We ain't stopped jumping. You know how many dead bodies as a young child, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, teenage, I done looked over, watched them take their last breath, like literally. You know what I'm saying? So that's the only thing I worry about with my children. Like I know I'm equipped. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want to live like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I know for a fact if I became a millionaire, I won't be able to go chill in my hometown like I used to. That's something I have to accept. That's something I'm accepting now before I even get there. Don't even play myself, because I'm like, I don't experience people that you like this with stab you in your back. And you forgave them, and you get basically gave them a knife again and stab
And
back.
let's not forget that. Let's say the a fact. The fact is that even though PnB Rock left Philadelphia, the part of LA he was in was no better than
Philadelphia.
Kensington, North Philly. I don't know. Heck, where I'm at in the
That's
Northeast.
what it
It,
is.
so
He was in a white neighborhood. He went and got shot in his neck and robbed. We're gonna just be honest. We just gonna be honest.
so
Now, if you was in a post office or in a white school, you might got shot. But no, not in Roscoe's, in the white neighborhood, restaurant eating. with your jury getting robbed, not in front of everybody in your neck, it would not happen. And then
Hmm.
mad when a black man or a black woman gets successful
So
and
so
white neighborhood, then now they want to be a coon or now they want to be white. No, they want to be safe because it's gated. You know why the white neighborhoods don't go through what we go through? Because they got them Karens. They say they see something that looks suspicious. Hello, are you lost? Are you looking for black people? We see something suspicious and we like, look at this nigga over here. Don't nobody say nothing. Nobody don't call no cops. Don't nobody do shit. It's our fault. Karen police her neighborhood. She a nag to us, but her block, her streets is safe.
Yeah.
So what do they call us that ignore danger? That
mm,
ignore, you know, a suspect or something that's out of place.
it's
What are
we
we?
do so even in our own communities, we do the mind your business long as you ain't breaking into my house or
Yeah,
messing with my car or my people's. I don't
yeah.
care what you do to my neighbor.
You saw the woman got raped on the train in Philly. People was sitting there and still getting a ride. They watched her get beat, and he literally raping her. One person recorded it. It was
Yeah.
I'm thankful I'm not in that position because I'm not the kind that's going to sit there and watch.
me.
I'm going to yell, kick, throw stuff,
And
fight you. And I'm too old for that. But I'm not
I,
the kind that's going to sit there and just
I'm
watch
jumping
a
in.
man rape a woman, beat a woman. He going to have to black my eye too because it's going down.
But on a moving train, and it's not like it's only three people and they scared of this crazy man. It's a whole load for the people on the subway, on the sub, and this woman is getting raped in front of everybody. Nobody's doing nothing.
It must be some aliens down here with us. I'm just being
Gotta
polite. I'd rather call it something else, but
like it,
it makes no sense how the people are so uncaring like that. It
yeah,
makes no sense.
yeah.
So let me ask y'all, Tanya, I'm gonna ask you first. As Faith said, since we started doing our show trending topics, nothing has changed.
Mm-mm.
Where do you think we're going after this? Will it be another
Wow.
rapper? It'll be another rapper, right?
Yeah, I told you my nephew, Young K, travel to Atlanta, Georgia, go to California, all influ. Oh, yep, it's going to be another one. It's going to be another one, and it's going to be another murder. Yes, it's going to continue to happen. Is definitely going to get worse than what it is. And honestly, well, people choose not to accept, but there is battles happening out here that they choose not to acknowledge, and it is not anything we can do about it. Unfortunately, it's going to get worse and worse and worse, and it includes all kind of spirits and demons and everything else. I'm gonna just leave that there, right there. But it's definitely going to be more. Like I just said when I read that, the murders, the record labels and the artists and their producers, and they was anybody there to say to PnB, listen, man, I know you want to go to Roscoe's Waffle. Don't go in this neighborhood. You understand? Where is the guidance at? I mean, I understand he want to
No, you
feel
know
and
what it
want
Or
is.
them to.
You know where the guidance is at. And I'm gonna be honest with you. You got a bunch of old niggas that want to run around and extort rappers.
mm-hmm.
And instead of giving them
They
guidance and
are
showing them how to move, they'd rather try to be the muscle, extort, and try to little boy them.
Yeah,
yeah,
That's what's going on. These older guys need to get the hell out the way.
yeah,
And when you're older, your job is to counsel and give advice.
that's
Your job
right.
ain't to be all in the scene,
That's
doing
right.
podcasts, trying to be the celebrity. You're supposed to
That's
be
right.
advising and showing these guys how to move.
he's only 30. He was only 30. My daughter's 29. I couldn't imagine. Tanya experienced it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, come on. Like
He had no entourage. He had nothing. So nobody gave a crap about him for whatever purpose he was out there in California. How are you letting him move by himself like that? You should not, you should have encouraged him not to or wait for your entourage. Unfortunately, somebody needed to
you
pay
know
for
what?
that.
I don't know what's going on in his life because you know I'm thinking like me if it was me and I'm successful and I'm moving to LA, you got your friends and family. You know what I'm saying? They surround you. They around you. Especially your buddies. I'm not saying like I don't know if it was estranged or something happened between him and his folk, but where were they? You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Like I'm a tight family. Like
Mhm.
it's gonna be my mama, her siblings, their kids, and their kids.
And their kids.
Exactly. My
And their
especially
friends and their friends' kids.
for real. No, not everybody now. It's first cousin, kids. Like that's first cousin like siblings to me.
Yep, yep, yep.
That's how we are. But
Yeah.
hey, but
Yeah.
honestly, like we're gonna be there because I can't even see me enjoying it without him. Without your right hands, I can't even at least immediately your immediate family. Like so, I know they say it's lonely at the top, and that's what I definitely wouldn't want. They say once you make it to the top, so many people, they be envious and they be jealous and they
Yeah, you
and they
gotta.
fall back from you and they leave you alone. And I don't know. I don't know if that's his story because I
Or
don't know.
you gotta fall back from
But
them.
yeah, you have to. That's what I'm saying. It don't even be you. Because some people they say, oh, they changed up. No, sometimes people change up. They had to cut them off because they start realizing who they are. So it's just sad all the way around the board. It's just so sad to me. And
It
my
is.
thing is, what could we do? I'm just tired of talking about it. I ain't trying to get killed either now, but I want to fight. I do want to fight. Like, and it honestly, and I know that's part of the game. With like when Taya, my cousin was going through that with my cousin when Thomas death, the cops was harassing her. Anybody that was affiliated with her kids. Remember, they
Yep.
would just pull they put people in jail and don't give them a court date. All
Yep.
kinds of stuff. All
Yep.
kinds of stuff, and it's crazy. And then you alone. You be alone.
We answer your questions because
Yeah.
we need to let me hear that question again to make sure we answered it because I don't like not answering the focus.
Well, the question was in reference
What's
to
gonna
is it
happen?
we're gonna
Yes.
we believe that it's gonna happen again. Like, what is the here it is a person,
No,
okay, he's a rapper. But if you listen to what he talked about, it wouldn't be considered what we consider gangster rap. People are blaming the girlfriend, the record labels,
his
him
jury,
being in that area, everything but
the person,
people attempted to rob him or
and then
robbed him and decided to kill him.
yeah, that's what messed me
If
up.
this is a what we would consider an epidemic right now, what could we do? What could we do to address
Money
the
should
issue?
listen. Since everybody's so thirsty that they rather take your life just to have whatever you got, they gotta start paying up like they pay for the white race when they want justice and they get it. Pay up. Really start paying these people to run their mouth, and that's it. And that's it. You know what they do to the black people though when they snitch? They tell them who told all of that. One of my friends got his tape released of snitching. You know how they record you in a up there at the police station and you ratting or whatever? They leaked the whole interview out. Somebody sent it to my phone.
Somebody call
I'm like,
FaceTime.
wow.
Faith, let me read what Melvin said real quick. If you are an artist that have 100K in jewelry on, you as an artist should have spent 20K and up on trained security, ex-military trained soldiers, two true bodyguards. Now, I'm just gonna give y'all a little thing on Melvin. Melvin used to be military police, and he's a guy who I would consider somebody who would be able to advise younger rappers on how to move. He's a he's trained to carry. He's a gun carrier in New Jersey, and
Yeah.
he knows laws in different states. So he would be somebody that I would say, like, these young rappers need to go to older people and advise, like, look, y'all got too much money to be reckless
I agree.
like this and not know how to move.
I just feel as though he. I'm gonna just. I'm not him, but just the way he moved when he in Philly, he freely to walk around. He been there. He go to Kensington and could chill without nobody doing nothing to him. So I believe that he feel like he don't got no beef in L.A. He ain't got no problem with nobody out there. It's 1 o'clock in the afternoon out there. At the time he having lunch, he not thinking nobody will come inside the restaurant and rob and kill him, cause that don't happen here like that. They like if it's that nighttime, like it's getting dark. You already know people be lurking, they follow you. He didn't think it moved like that. Honestly, because if he did, I don't think he would have moved there. Because who want to live like that? And I kept saying, when I get my money, when I get rich, I'm moving to LA. No, the hell I'm not.
Well, now that depends on what part of LA you
I,
move in and what part you partying and hanging in.
I ain't going in
You
nothing.
can go to LA. You just got to go over there with the.
No, because the ones that's over there could come over there and just be chilling and I'm good. I'm good. They took so many lives in LA.
But
So many,
it is funny that when you look at a lot of these younger artists,
they died in
they
LA.
they don't they well you go to Cali, it's as they say, street rules prevail, but they don't want to hire no security. And I find it crazy that how you go somewhere and don't want to have security.
Because they rappers and they don't want to like they soft, but they gotta just think reality. You can't care what nobody say. It's for I'm not rich yet, and I told you I ain't going to my hometown. So everybody that's watching, don't be saying I switched up. I already told y'all how I'm doing. I mess with you, I don't mess with you. I put you on the flight, but I'm not getting put up.
I, no matter what, they should have been guided to. He should have had, like I said, some form of entourage or security. Let
I,
me tell you, when I used to go and speak at different places about my son's death, I needed an entourage to get me
what
in and out of there.
what?
Cause them people would swoon, and most of them never meant to hurt me, but they were rough and they were pulling you and grabbing on you. So for that sake alone, just
No,
being who you are should have been enough to have two, three security guards with you. Period.
protested, and it was because they shot the 15-year-old boy in the car. They shot him up the car like 30 times, and it was just a stolen car, no weapon, no nothing. Remember, and they ain't let the mother speak. We in the street marching. The snipers on top of the city hall in front of the black
We was
maid
in Jersey.
and told us to get the f out the street or we hit. They had snipers on us. I said, "Oh, we the hell out of here." I love you, my black brother, my sister. Right or wrong, we was out. That I know when I'm in danger. And these
Yes.
officers badges on.
You was giving Tanya the double blink, like, yo, we got to get up out of here.
We said we brought she matter of fact I was like, she was like, let's go. Philly, let's go. On the bus now. Right? And
Yeah,
I went up to the mayor because you know me. I
they
was like,
did. They had snipers on
got
the
more
roof and
authority.
everything.
I asked him this, black guy. I said, how they got more authority over you telling us that we're gonna get shot or arrested? We're gonna be resisting if we don't get out the streets. We protesting. We allowed to do that. They said that whatever word they used and said that we was interfering with this, that, and the third, we could get shot or locked up. I love you, my sister, my brother. We out of here. They was like this.
Yeah,
They had riot gear
they
on.
had with them rifles
People
called
protest.
AKs, RAs, BCs,
They had
Ds.
over their shoulder. I'm like, oh no. With the
Well,
ride back was quiet. It was felt like I was back in the day with Martin Luther King. I didn't want to eat. I got chicken, we got juice, and we all right. We want to go home. I was like, oh, it's racist as hell over here. I don't know how he the mayor.
Yep, that was South
He was
Jersey.
for show. He was for show. When I tell
uh,
you, they put the angle gonna say fair, because you only gotta tell me once. When I say I'm like, who they pointing? They pointing that shit at us. Hold the hell up. We the hell out of here.
so
We was out. They looking like a Philly ain't a band is. Philly is gonna say their lives because they don't care about black lives out here. The officers, the lieutenants, all of them, it was crazy. I never experienced nothing like that in my life. I
Mm.
felt like I was like, what's your name? Kuta Kente, cocky on this bus. For real.
Look, she was just talking all that tough stuff, Tanya, talking about how she ain't no punk, but she was a
I,
punk that day.
but I ain't no dummy. I ain't no fool. You know how much listen, for being a strong woman like that, do you know how much that hurted?
No,
That I had
you no,
to shut my
you
big
remember
mouth
the number
up.
one rule: get your ass home.
I had to shut my big mouth up.
and
My,
and my
my,
mouth is as big as hers, and I felt hurt. I felt humiliated. I was angry. I
but I was saying it while I was walking to the bus. I'm like, they don't got no
You,
respect
you
for you.
yo,
I'm
you was
like, I'm talking shit. But I was walking to that bus. Shit.
you was being a tough punk.
Oh, smart punk. I was being a smart punk. If I was tough, I would have got shot. Got shot.
Oh,
yes,
well,
Wasn't safe. Purely was not safe, and it was and it wasn't the regular people. It was the officers. He not feeling me. They on top of the damn city
dressed in
hall
SWAT
with guns, snipers, shit you see on TV at us.
yeah.
The people protesting
For
us crying over
protesters.
I'm a black
Yes, for
child.
protesters.
That's it. Nobody was rioting. We was arm in arm, like we should
We
overcome.
wasn't violent.
We wasn't loud.
yeah, they had the snipers on the roof because they had to get in a
No,
position
no.
of
But he said,
advantage.
the mother was about to speak, and he said, "All right, enough is enough. It's over with." And that's when they be like, "Trip." Oh, oh no. They pulling out gas masks and stuff. Oh no.
I
Oh,
can't believe she remember this.
I never forget it. I never tie you on the bus afterwards. Y'all want something to drink? Y'all want some chicken? Uh, we looking out the window. We need to look at something familiar.
But see, this what I mean. I went through that type stuff, being in all of these marches and protests. I made a lot of cops angry. My mother was scared. Tanya, they're gonna kill you too. You gotta stop. Well, mom, the point is, if we stop, we're gonna have a problem. We're
That's why
gonna have a
I said
problem.
fight, but I don't want to die. But we know how it ends. Martin Luther King, Malcolm
we
X.
know the ending of this story, huh?
We know y'all going like damn. I do it when I'm old, and now y'all can shoot me. Then I got a lot to live for. Like, I can't even have a voice. Everybody afraid.
Excuse me. Wow.
Cause you know what? I'm afraid that I speak up, I get gunned down, and that's it. They're gonna forget about me like they did in Hustle, like they're gonna do PnB. They're gonna forget like they did everybody that
Everybody.
died at the hands of somebody else and didn't get justice. They
Yeah,
forget to the
they
next name,
forget.
to the next name, to the next name, and that's it. Every tragedy. Oh, they shot him. Oh, they choked him. Oh, they beat him to death. Oh, and that's it.
Yeah,
Acquitted, acquitted, acquitted.
yeah,
Paid lead. We know the story. Or
yeah.
you run up dead. You're gonna. That's it. That's
Well,
it.
do you have any final thoughts, Faith?
I need backup, and then we could go do this thing. We need backup. No,
All
seriously
right,
though. We need a team.
Tanya,
Without
you have
it
any
can't.
final thoughts? Silver Fox.
Yep, it can't be a one man show because we're gonna end up dead. We can't even think up for ourselves. We just gonna be just. It's sad.
Silver Fox, you got any final thoughts? Cause she ain't letting you say nothing right now.
No, she laughing at me because you know I'm crazy, but I'm serious.
In all honesty, as a mom who had to deal with this, all I could do is say, how? What is it I can say to my people to stop them from hurting each other? Because I get tired of them saying, you're always crying and cussing out the cops, but black on black crime still happening. Y'all don't do nothing. And for the life of me, all I do is pray for the answers that maybe I got one sentence that is just open up somebody's eyes to this violence, to this murdering spirit that's going on out here. I just wish we had the balls to call a spade, stand out there in the middle of that spade
Yeah.
and deal with it. I wish we could just come together and handle it. But it's so many people that they talk more than they not about the action. I don't know. I don't know how to encourage people to have the balls to speak up. I don't know. And that's the bottom line. We constantly repeating this because the people that agree with us, they still not saying nothing. They still not helping us. They not showing support. They not showing they tired. So this is gonna keep happening because they not showing they tired.
The only way you're gonna be safe protesting or doing anything for black people, and then you gotta have white people with you. I told you when I was over there and I went marching, but it was white. A lot of white people, they were supportive. They was with us arm in arm. Nobody
They
got
still
hurt.
my friends right
Nobody,
now. Yep.
nobody got gas. They didn't disrespect us because it was so many white people marching with us and saying Black Lives Matter. And I'm like, this the only way we feel protected is with white people. And they talk about, shut the fuck, they in the cop face. Shut the fuck up. I'm looking like, oh shit. Oh, they get to do that.
They're my buddies.
Right? I'm backing up. He about to get tore up. And they don't say nothing. Just turn red and don't say nothing back. Nothing back.
And this concludes another episode of Trending Topics.
It's true. I love y'all.
Tanya,
Yes.
thank you for joining us tonight.
Yes.
Stay
Anytime.
on till I close out because Faith be hanging up too quick, yo.
I do that too, so it's a good thing you said that because
Stay on.
I'm the
All right.
same way.
For everybody in the chat, appreciate you guys for joining us. Anybody that watching on replay, remember like, share, subscribe, and we'll see you again next Wednesday, 9 p.m. for Trending Topics.
Love you.